Should I do the whole interview like that?
Yeah, stare right at it.
We had to learn what CMU was, both from an athletic perspective. I was coming from Division III to Division II, and we needed to kind of figure out, what the differences were. And it's been a great thing because they're all great kids and they've managed it well. We really needed to see if they could do the work, and they were all able to get through, and they were great kids.
Those guys were great at not only being a source of, hey, this is how we do things here at Mesa, but also just college in general. And they sort of came from, the culture that we've now built here.
They just had such a way about how they got stuff done, and I think that was ingrained to us.
It really has become like the standard here, where we have a lot of guys that come in and compete every day. They were transfers, and since they had that experience, it kind of showed us the approach that we have to take.
We started off so well our freshman year. All of us kind of came in with a overwhelming amount of confidence, but it might have been a little delusional at that point. I don't think I really understood how impressive what happened that freshman year was until, I would say, probably our sophomore year when we lost a bunch more games.
I think we were young and naive a bit and just kind of walked in, wanted to have fun and play basketball, and quickly we found a family.
With all the guys, we had a great atmosphere here and some great players, honestly. And so you always think, oh, we're going to be special, but honestly you don't know until you start playing outside competition.
Just seeing everybody's families kind of hanging out together down there, that was when I realized just how special this whole thing was. I got my brother texting me like, man, Jared and Sam's dads are hilarious. I realized that there's a lot more important things, than just how many minutes I play one night, and I've got a great support system that, loved me and supported me and showed up to games in Las Vegas, New Mexico, and everything.
We were still trying to figure things out that second year, and so being able to talk them through things while we are learning as well kind of helped us learn while they're learning. We never really played together in practice or anything, but each person kind of showed flashes of what they could do and what they could bring together. That's kind of when I personally knew. I was like, okay, we could definitely do something.
Going back even to the visit, meeting everyone, it just seemed like this is a really special group of guys as men, young men.
Well, we felt really good about it in the recruiting process when we were recruiting this group. It was COVID, and we had 6 seniors that either opted out, had injuries. No matter how we split up the teams when we would scrimmage, it would always end up in the last possession. So not only did we lose 6 seniors, but now both point guards were out. And I remember calling my dad and said, I really like this group. I'm just not sure we're going to win our first game. We won our first 14. Just the COVID thing of isolation maybe helped them a little bit. It was more like a scrimmage and more like not a lot going on socially.
We found out that they were canceling all these other Division I tournaments, and so we were like, well, why would they not cancel the RMAC tournament? Being a freshman, I'm like, it's not the end of the world because I have all these years, left still. But seeing the seniors, seeing that's how they're going to go out, that was pretty depressing.
We were able to provide an experience for the students at CMU to get through COVID, and I think they hit the nail on the head.
It was purely basketball. No one was on campus, and then no one was in the stands, so it was your guys and your coaches, and just go out there, execute the game plan, have fun.
Not having a lot of turnover with our guys it's building that bond on and off the court. Seeing these guys almost every day for 4 straight years is a gift, and not a lot of teams have the opportunity to do that. We kind of know telepathically almost what the other person's going to do.
All of us feel like we want to do something as a group and stay here. It kind of shows a true test of the program that Coach has built here.
We're very fortunate not only to get them here, but then keep them here. It's only great if they are able to handle, more limited roles. They put the team first every step of the way. And then, it makes you feel good as a coach that players want to stay in your program.
As it's something that's built over time, I feel like all of our guys have bought in and are really committed to the things that we do 100%. We all have each other's backs, we have Coach's back, and we kind of just feed off that.
Coach George would trust us every year to continue to commit, continue to get better, and try to build something together. And early on, they were always kind of transparent in the process. It's pretty easy to sit there and cheer for the guys that are on the floor, because I know that if the situation was reversed, that they would be cheering for me too. I think it was a pretty big moment in my life when I thought about that, and I was like, I could trade everything that I have here for a chance to do something like play a few extra more minutes at a different school. And I really realized there's a ton of value in being on a winning team and playing with the best friend you've ever made in your life and in front of a city and school that support you so much.
Coach instilling confidence in us and really being transparent about all of our conversations as a team. We'd rather sit out a game or come off the bench or not score as much or allow other guys to do those things to allow the team to win. You're coming back from a sour taste in your mouth from the Angelo loss, and it was like, okay, let's all rally together, we're sticking together. And we really never had a conversation. It was just kind of, that's what we're all going to do.
Had that tough loss against Angelo. I think we're all just ready to get into the next season. I don't think anyone else had really crossed their mind. I'm sure some people could have graduated or entered the portal and they didn't, so I think it was just another year of excitement, looking forward to next year.
Plenty of memories on and off the court with all the guys, and overall I remember all of them and made so many lifelong friends throughout this, but I know from this year we all got to play together on the court for the first time against CCU, and just being out there and looking around and seeing all these basically brothers that I've grown up with over the last 5 years playing together and just having fun was definitely a top moment for me.
I mean, everything. Really, you could name the lifelong relationships, relationship with coach. These are some of the most important years of your life as you develop into what you want to be. That's what will stick with me the most, is the lifelong friendships, and then the ability to take what I've learned within this basketball program at CMU and apply it to my life.
From our trip to Europe this summer, that was just a blast. Surrounded by 18 of our closest friends, it was just something I'll cherish forever. I didn't happen to get on the stage, but there was some talent out there.
Definitely singing karaoke. Mac and Eric did a great rendition of a Chicken Fried. Ethan and Reese sang "It Wasn't Me" by Shaggy. They only knew "It Wasn't Me." Any other lyrics came up, they were just blah, blah. All the bus rides and the team meals. The thing that kind of encapsulates all of that was being in a foreign country with some of my closest best friends that are all going to be in my life past my 4 years here.
My first game back, everyone standing up, giving me that ovation, that really meant a lot to me, to see my teammates and my coaches and everyone in the stands. It showed how much they were pushing for me and how much they supported me and cared for me throughout these past 2 years.
Personally, I'd like to just be remembered as somebody who likes to hustle and get after it and have fun.
For my positive attitude and always just being there for the guys, and I want that to live on in this culture, to where even if you're not getting the biggest role you can, that you can have an impact on this team.
Hopefully people will remember me as someone that was just willing to do anything for the guys, but I've been authentic and that I gave my everything to this program. Success and value kind of come in different shapes and forms, and so I may not have had the most successful career, in terms of statistics, but I've always tried to add value.
Person that worked hard and had fun and brought joy to either the court, outside the court, whatever it is. I hope I brought happiness to people.
As myself, hopefully someone that was made a positive impact and led by example and worked hard.
A tremendous competitor. I want to be remembered as a person that was well respected in the community. And every time someone says I met my dad or I met your dad in college, I've only ever heard good things about it. So I kind of want to follow my dad's footsteps in that aspect.
Yeah, I'd say as a team, we want to be remembered as winners.
Win a national championship. It's always the goal.
We worked really hard and we had great success, and that's something I'll look back on and feel accomplished about.
I just hope that people will remember how well we played together and how much team basketball we played. I feel like you don't get that a lot. How people are always making the extra pass, always hoping that your teammate is doing well.
Certainly the success and the relationship. There was only one team in the history of school before they arrived that won 25 games, and that would be remarkable that their 4-year average was above the single best record in the history of the school. So it just speaks to what a special group it is.